So ICE is going to the Olympics in Italy. Germany's thinking of boycotting the World Cup. France is gonna ban social media for kids under 15. There's a virus outbreak that's coming from bats in India. And gold is at its most expensive price in its history. So we got all of those stories today that come with a lot of drama, so let's get started. Start with the story of ICE going to the Olympics in Italy. Yeah, seriously, that's why you're sending ICE, the organization that deports people? Well, you don't have to worry, we're not going to deport anyone in you. They better not. And also, I wanted to tell you, ICE is really not welcome in here. They're not? Yeah, they're not. He'll explain. Anyway, start the story. So this one is interesting because you know that Italy is hosting the Winter Olympics this year that is going to start from February 6th to February 22nd. And because the Olympics is a huge event, the US is sending some major people there like the Vice President JD Vance, Second Lady Usha Vance, and the Secretary of State Marco Rubio. And obviously when like famous politicians travel, they bring security with them. But this time, security will be ICE. Because before today, there were some rumors saying that ICE agents might be in Italy, and those rumors were from the Italian media. So Italians saw that and they were like, why the heck is US immigration officers coming to Italy, like, during the Olympics? But they were just rumors until today, where the US Embassy in Rome confirmed that yes, ICE personnel will support Olympic-related security for US delegation, which means that ICE will be the security for the US politicians coming to Italy. And all of that while ICE is in a lot of heat for killing Renee Good and Alex Preddy. People got mad in Italy. Like, for example, like Milan's mayor, and by the way, Milan is where the Olympics are happening, said that ICE is not welcome in Milan, and he said that ICE is a militia that kills. And people in Italy are mad, saying that they're gonna protest. For example, they are organizing a protest called ICE Out, planned for February 6th. That's the day the Olympics games are gonna start. But then the US Embassy was like, you don't have to worry, ICE will not run any immigration enforcement in Italy and they will not deport anyone, basically. And they said that the unit that is going is part of the Homeland Security investigation, which is basically there to protect the US delegate. Thing is, guys, this is not new because ICE was in the Rio in Brazil Olympics in 2016 and they were there for diplomatic security, airport security, and intelligence coordination. So again, we've seen this before, but this year is a little different because ICE killing 2 citizens was reported all around the world. So everyone knows now that ICE is doing some messed up things. So the Italians just heard that ICE is going and they were like, yeah, they're gonna kill people like they're doing in Minneapolis. What do you guys think? Are Italians exaggerating that ICE is going there, or does it make sense because no one really wants to see ICE anywhere? Now my story about us maybe boycotting the World Cup, because Italy is not the only country that's mad at the US. You want to boycott the World Cup because it's happening in May? Yep. Why? Because what your president is doing right now is kind of evil? What do you mean? He will explain it. Omar, start the story. Yeah, this one is also big because Germany is thinking of boycotting the 2026 World Cup because of what Trump is doing. So as you know, the World Cup has been planned to be hosted this year in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And one of the countries in Europe that was qualified to go to the World Cup was Germany. Then Trump started doing some weird things like his drama with Greenland and then threatening tariffs on European countries that don't want him to do that. And you know how Trump is with European countries right now. And even though Trump was like, okay, I'm not going to put tariffs on you anymore, the damage was already done. The countries don't trust Trump anymore. And the vice president of the German Football Association, Oke Gottlich, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, said that the time has come to seriously talk about a World Cup boycott. And this was not a joke. He was serious about it. And he was even comparing the US and its allies to boycotting the Olympic Games in 1980 because the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan back then. And he said that the danger today is even greater than what it was back then. Gottlich even accused FIFA of having double standards and protecting power instead of values because, as you know, Gianni Infantino, FIFA's president, is very close to Trump. He even gave Trump like the FIFA Peace Prize and all that weird stuff. So Gottlich accused FIFA of siding with Trump no matter what Trump is doing. So as of right now, they're seriously thinking of boycotting the World Cup. But have they done it? Not yet. And as of right now, no country has officially boycotted the World Cup yet, but there has been a lot of talks. Like, this is one of the biggest boycott debates that's been going on. Like, more than the 2018 in Russia, more than 2022 in Qatar. 2026 in the US has been having the most debates about whether we should or should not boycott the World Cup. But what do you think? Should people boycott the World Cup this year or not? Let me know. Okay, now talk about the virus outbreak that we have that came from bats. Yeah, guys, so India has a problem right now because they have a Nipah virus outbreak. Apparently, there are 5 confirmed cases of Nipah virus, 100 people who were quarantined, and 180 people who were tested, right? And Nipah virus is specifically dangerous because, one, it doesn't have a vaccine, it doesn't have a proven cure, and it has a very high fatality rate of 40 to 75%. So 40 to 75% of people who get it basically die. When they get the Nipah virus, they have a fever, a headache, muscle pain, they feel tired all the time, they start vomiting, and they have a sore throat, plus the very high fatality rate. Though it's a serious virus, and it started spreading in the beginning of 2026 when 2 nurses, one male and one female, closely worked together on some patients, and suddenly both nurses developed high fever, had trouble breathing, and then their conditions worsened very, very quickly. But then they were both tested, and apparently they both had the Nipah virus, and one of the nurses unfortunately fell into a coma. So the hospital was put on very high alert because obviously no one wants like a Nipah virus outbreak to happen. And now countries like Thailand said that they're gonna have emergency airport screenings from planes that are coming from India to Thailand. But as of right now, the outbreak is focused on West Bengal in India, and there are no major spreads outside of the region yet. But people are still worried. People in India are still worried because, again, nobody wants a virus to happen again. We already have enough stuff happening in 2026. We don't need a virus on top of all that. Okay, now make a video about how we might be banning social media for kids under 15. Oh, friends, you're copying me? To be honest, Australia, we saw that you did it and we were like, okay, if Australia did it, we could. Let me tell you, it's not easy to do it. What do you mean you did it? He'll explain. Start the story. Yeah, guys, so France could be the 2nd country in the world to ban social media for kids, because Australia did it back in December of 2025, banning social media for all kids under 16. But France saw that and they were like, huh, we could do that, especially that Emmanuel Macron, like France's president, said that social media makes kids sleep less, make kids read less, make kids compare themselves to others too much, and also cause violence and bullying. So then France wanted to make it a law. So the National Assembly in France voted on it, and apparently 116 lawmakers said yes, while only 23 lawmakers voted no. So now it's very close for social media to get banned in France. Like, it just needs to be passed by the Senate, and that's basically it. And Macron said that he wants the law to be ready by September of 2026 because that's when the new school year starts. By that time, kids under 15 in France won't be able to have social media anymore. But the thing is, there is a big problem about like regulating this, because even Australia admitted that kids still lie about their age, so it's hard to enforce it. And also, many kids under 16 in Australia still use social media anyway. Because seriously, by doing this, all the kids will try to find ways to use social media, like VPNs or lying about their ages. They're gonna find a way. Like, obviously, kids are not happy about it. Like, no one wants social media to disappear, especially like forcing kids to not have social media, right? But the thing is, adults, on the other hand, are really happy. Apparently, they made a survey in France back in 2024, and 73% of adults said that, yeah, social media should be banned for kids under 15. Honestly, I don't know if it's a good idea or not, because I learned a lot of stuff on social media because there are a lot of creators out there sharing some really good knowledge like psychology, finance, history, geopolitics, all those stuff, right? At the same time, that doesn't mean that there isn't bad content, like content that promotes violence or content that promotes hate. Yes, that is there too. Like, I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but there are also other countries like the UK, Denmark, Spain, and Greece who are also thinking of doing the same thing. So who knows, maybe in the future social media won't be available to kids anymore. We will see. Yeah, guys, so gold has reached $5,000 per ounce, which has never happened before in history. And it's getting more and more expensive. But why though? So imagine gold as the lifeboat. So when people feel safe, when the world is stable, people just go buy stocks, bonds, or even like US dollars. They invest their money, right? because the world is safe, the world is stable. But when people feel scared and the world is not stable, like what is happening right now, people sell their other investments and buy gold because gold is safe. And even experts say that gold is where people go when confidence disappears. That means that investors are worried about politics, worried about debt. Some weird things are happening in the world. So yeah, like gold going up in price means that the world is in a messy situation right now. So if you invested in gold, well, good job, because yeah, we have tariffs, we have wars, we have Trump doing his weird threats to everyone. So because of that, gold is getting higher and higher in price. And thing is, experts are saying that it probably will go even higher. Yeah, we will see what more drama happens in the world that causes gold to increase in price. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. That's all for the video today. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Love you all, and have a good one.